Jesus literally had 12 disciples. He didn't go at it all alone. He built a community. He sent them out 2 by 2. So why do you think you have to carry your entire purpose without someone there to support you? You were never meant to do this alone. You have a calling on your heart. You have an aching to want to impact people, to want to build the kingdom, and yet you feel like you have to carry the weight of responsibility and everything on your own shoulders. Love, this is not how kingdom growth works. If you've been telling yourself, oh, I just need to wait till I get organized, or wait till I have XYZ in the bank account to get help, then this is your wake-up call. In this video, I'm going to be busting the myth that you have to do everything on your own. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not coming at you from a place of authority. I'm coming at you a place of a friend, because honestly, love, I struggle with this daily. Having to seek help, having to be humble enough to know that other people out there would be so excited, elated, and honored to be able to serve you, and yet you have to be humble enough to ask for help. So I was at a cold plunge. I was at a gym here in Bali, and I was in a conversation with this girl who just got back from the Arctic, and we were talking about the cold plunge, and she said to me, "Isn't it funny how people make a big deal about getting in the cold plunge?" Then she asked me, "How long can you stay in the cold plunge?" And I looked at her and I was like, maybe like 5 breaths. And we were talking about the colder cold plunge, because there's 2 separate cold plunges. She looked at me and laughed and said, "My last one I did like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And she said, "Well, it looks like you were doing a certain type of breath work." I was like, "No, I was just taking deep breaths." And then she told me to do box breathing. So like inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, hold for 5. You do that. And so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try. Got out of the sauna and went into the cold plunge, and she came out when I was like midway through, and I was counting myself. I was counting how long I was in there for, and I ended up going for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I focused, I trusted, and she timed me. When I stepped out of that water, love, I was literally freezing, and my whole body just felt like it was an ice cube. But it was honestly the best thing ever. It made me awake. It made me feel like I just took a ginger shot, which I love doing. And I could just feel the electricity coming off of me. And yeah, she looked at me and she was like, "Great job, you did it." And here's the thing. I would have limited myself had I not had someone hold me to another level that I haven't yet reached. And then last night I was brought to Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Business doesn't have to be a solo sport, and neither is your calling, love. Jesus literally had 12 disciples. He didn't go at it all alone. He built a community. He sent them out 2 by 2. So why do you think you have to carry your entire purpose without someone there to support you? I'm just gonna keep it straight with you, love, because I want to be honest with you. I don't think that is kingdom. I think that that is pride masked as productivity. And truthfully, I see this all the time in our clients. They're brilliant, they're creative, they have a heart to serve, but then they're stuck under the weight thinking that I have to figure it all out on my own, right? Thinking that I can't ask for help, or that asking for help is a sign of weakness, when really it's a sign of humility and strength. It's a sign that you understand you can't go at it alone. It's a sign that you will be successful and that you have wisdom beyond your years. And what it actually looks like is like they're posting on Instagram, people are trying to run ads, they're posting, cold DMing, trying to do everything on their own to grow this coaching business, and yet they're a coach, but they're not willing to hire a coach. Like, if you are a coach, I would expect you to have a coach that is with you in business and helping you. I know I do. And it could be because they doubt their own authority, or they struggle with imposter syndrome, and I get it. It can be hard, right? But you don't have to go at it alone. You don't have to do it in isolation. And that's what I learned last night in the cold plunge. is that when you go at it and you have someone to hold you accountable, to call you higher, you're able to reach levels that you never would have thought you could on your own. And my love, we just wrapped up a 30-day challenge in our GC Accelerator community. And it was absolutely amazing being able to see how our clients push themselves. We're able to stay consistent with posting, with doing DMs, showing up on stories, getting sales calls booked. And a result of that is the people who hadn't been DMing to the capacity that they could have started to, and they realized that they could do it. And they started to see their input correlate with their output. And then they started to go on this cycle, a very good cycle of seeing input, putting in input, seeing output, doing lives that they never thought they could have done, posting stories consistently, posting content consistently, DMing people more than they ever thought they could have. And for the first time in months, they felt that momentum. Why? Because they weren't going at it alone, because they had someone watching the clock, because they had someone telling them, you've got more in you, believing in their next level. So love, I wanna ask you right now, who is watching the clock for you? Who is reminding you of what you're capable when you're tempted to shrink and to go and not push yourself? Who's giving you that structure, that clarity, and that groundedness when everything around you is chaos and loud? Because your calling can no longer wait on how you feel in the moment, on your mood. You have to execute. You have to actually show up consistently. Your breakthrough that you've been praying for isn't waiting on more time, it's waiting on you to take that first step. If you're ready to take that next step into the business that you know that you've been called to, you want to impact and serve at a very high capacity, then chances are our free community below is the best next step for you. We have live coaching calls, live prayer calls. We're even hosting a challenge this month. So love, that's it for this video. Just want to remind you that you were never meant to do this alone. And maybe it is time for you to stop striving and trying to carry it all on your own shoulders. And maybe it's time to put down all of the weight and realize that there are people there who are ready to hold you accountable and cheer you on. And I can't wait to see who you become along the way, along this journey, and much love.